It's September 4th, 2022, and 634 days until I begin the Appalachian Trail. My journey once again takes me into the Adirondacks to scope out some more fire towers that are close to the Vermont border. The sky is pretty right now as I take in the view from the Adirondack Visitor Center, but a gray weather forecast is only a few minutes away. Poke-O-Moonshine in the northeast part of the Adirondack Park is my first stop. This is an out-and-back ranger's trail that's only about 3 miles, but it's a doozy right out of the gate, as that means about 1,300 feet in elevation gain in only a mile and a half. Be prepared to get a really quick warm-up in your legs with this relentlessly steep climb. I have a degree in psychology, and I just can't help it. As I look at the ominous sky, I'm aware of approaching this journey with the eyes of trying to observe and discern nature from the vantage point of personality. Both with nature having a personality that is phenomenally better than mine, that I can learn from, and personality disorder, like bipolar weather and terrain shifts. Poke-O-Moonshine is steep for sure. It is known to have some of the best cliff climbs in the state, though not on this trail, so don't worry if you want to try it. Those that maintain the trail have been nice enough to put markers in, numbered 1 through 11, to let you know that you've gained, huffed and puffed up? Gained another 1/10 of a mile. There are also stone and wooden steps that have been placed to help a hiker along and forward up the mountain. I don't know if this granting nature a personality is the best approach, but it's the approach that I have so far, and it adds a rich romanticism to the experience as I try to find the best way to match my own personality to nature's so that we can tolerate each other, or maybe even love each other. It helps that I know that it's only me that cares, and it makes reaching the fire tower or summit worthwhile even when there's just no view to be had. Back down we go, and maybe better luck with the next mountain. Next on the list is Hurricane Mountain near Keene, New York. I'm choosing the 6.5 miles southern approach trail this time so I can stretch out the 2,000 feet elevation gain. In my mind, I'm making the trail easier to give my legs a break from the last mountain, though that's not really the case. I'm learning that all ADK trails have a degree of challenge to them. I choose to believe. Nature is very unconditional to my humanness. Is that unconditional love or unconditional disregard? Because in this whole scheme, I know that I'm actually the evolutionary loser here. My friends that know me as the relentless optimist would say that I believe in nature offering unconditional love. Let's take a moment to analyze my personality as I realize that I'm really trying to do my part and make sure that nature likes me. It's kind of in the same way that I would try to get the attention of a new bestie or a hot flame. I'm giving my gift of time and consideration and love. I'm giving my commitment to form a relationship with the entire expanse of land that my feet touch. All of the dirt and water and trees and clouds and animals. It's the same way that I would explore the landscape of a body. I'm committed to my friend, Mother Nature, and I give her my respect and gratitude and presence. I'm sure to pick up trash along the trail the same way that I would pluck lint off my friend's shirt. And she gives back to me, as long as I'm receptive to the hidden magic of the land. She bestows random sunbeams, feathers, and animal sightings at just the right time. She never disappoints me with her views, even foggy ones that feel like snug and safe blankets with clean linen smells. The top of Hurricane Mountain is eerily quiet and a little spooky in the dense fog. I notice that most living things, plant and animals alike, are just as anxious and vulnerable as I am, though they're probably a little bit more resilient. My action will be to practice uniting my senses to nature's offerings in the same way that my ancestors did as a daily routine. I'm hoping for a mutual empathy and ample opportunity to explore, aka please don't strike me down with lightning, and please don't let me get lost in this fog. Between the hours-long car rides to and from and in between fire towers, and the sense of aloneness that I have in the quiet of trees and rocks and thoughts, there's a lot of time to study myself. As I approach the next mountain, Belfry, an easy, less than a mile jaunt near Witherby, New York, I'm feeling a foot injury and wonder if I should quit for the day. I'm thinking about how much of my life I've been a control seeker and how often I've made desperate decisions out of fear or impatience. That really can't happen out here. It would be detrimental. It's a lesson to be applied in the day-to-day. I usually accomplish what I set out to do. Sometimes it happens faster than I'm ready for, or so I think, but usually much, much slower. I take this mile really slowly, and I'm rewarded with the clearest view of the day and the knowledge that I can go on to the last mountain. Swede Mountain is the last on the docket today. This is another easy-ish 2 miles near Brant Lake. I notice there are many "stay on the trail or stay home" signs posted along the way, and this makes me rethink any brazen emptying of my bladder I had intended. I may have been looking for hidden cameras. Isn't it interesting what our heads do when we think there may be an enforcement of authority? Regardless, in comparison to the rush and chaos of the everyday and how much multitasking or even just tasking there is to do, it feels really good to space out and take a few moments to stare at the landscape on the way to the tower. This moment of peace and nothingness is like a smart drug fix for my fragmented and haywired parts of my brain damaged just a little bit from a recent 6-day sit in jury duty, combined with all the other responsibilities and obligations that life has. I'm not allowed to wallow in problems in this environment. In a world that asks us to seek solutions outwardly through media and other people and cultural norms, this natural world turns the mirror around and shows me that solutions to problems are simple. I already know the answers, and the weight of worry about any problems that exist is not as burdensome as my emotion and the influence of others wants me to believe. The vastness, even foggy, and me being calmly and softly fascinated with it simply wipes the slate clean. The earth is holding space for me, saying, duh, get yourself out of jury duty next time. Just kidding. It was a really important task. P.S. That kayaker never saw me, as he was in his own moment of peace. Happy trails till next time. Thanks for watching.